On guys, it is I, SlyCooper88, also known as Steve, and welcome back to Agatha Christie's The ABC Murders, Episode 2. I've been having a lot of troubles today, if you've seen the previous videos, with, glitching and broadcasts stopping and etc. so forth. It's a pain in the ass. Hang on a second. Sorry, I don't mean to do this during the broadcast. But anyway, the last time, guys, we were with Hercule Poirot, and of course, Arthur Hastings, or Captain Hastings. We're there with Inspector Japp, and we just got a letter at the beginning telling us that there was going to be a murder in a town that started with A, and an ABC train guide. And we just met the first victim, which is Alice Asher, a tobaccoist. In the last episode, we went through her tobacco shop, and now we're about to interview her niece, Mary Drower. So, let's get into that, shall we? As I finish this text on my phone. So they just moved the body.
Moved out of respect for the victim's niece. His attention is commendable. I've finished with this subject. Is Cliff sincere? She appears to be very upset. She's dressed in mourning. She looks fragile.
Okay, I'll have to answer that later on. Sorry, I'm getting texts from a coworker, guys, telling me about stuff that's going on at work. While I'm playing this, sorry, I'll have to answer your remaining texts later. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. I know that I shouldn't text while I game, because then that holds up the entire thing. Anyway.
You were very fond of your aunt, am I right?
She was the only family I had since my mother died.
And when you see the 3 ego points is pretty much like, it's the scoring system for like, okay, how much like Hercule Poirot you actually act like. I'm sure some people are going to be laughing like, Steve, why do you got to pronounce it like that? It's the pronunciation of the character's name.
Your aunt did not have any children, is that correct?
No. She was separated from her husband.
What do you think about Franz Asher, your aunt's husband?
He never left her alone. Poor aunt. She used to drop by all the time and make a scene.
You were not very surprised when you heard what happened?
Oh, but I was. You see, it was a nasty piece of work, but up until yesterday it was just empty threats. He shouted a lot, but she wasn't afraid of him. Why, he used to slink away when she turned on him. He was afraid of her, if you like.
Your aunt should have asked for a divorce.
Oh, no, sir. My aunt had principles.
Well, your aunt's principal have led her to the morgue. Hastings, please see this young lady home. I feel that it's quite impossible to finish our interview at present.
Poirot, what have you done? I've never known you be so brutal.
We have to wait for him to sleep it off. He's all yours, Poirot. There are a few things I need to check.
There must be some way of sobering him up.
I wonder what his wife used to do. He must have scared the customers away.
He's not in any...
Strawberries, 6p a pound.
A bottle of pourquoi...
Ah, you...
Yeah, this... I don't know how well received this game series is with you guys. I'm sure some of you...
It's Alice Asher's notebook. Ah. Bodley. The fruit seller has debts too. She will probably be...
I don't know how well received this is with you guys. I mean, if you guys love this series, that's cool. If you don't...
Strawberries, 6p a pound.
I mean, if you don't, you know, I'm sorry, but it's like I want to put something for everyone. But that goes without saying with any gaming channel.
I am accusing you of the murder of Mrs. Asher.
What? It wasn't me.
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lie. She owed me £1. I swear.
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. You want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Listen, I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go to the shop yesterday.
At what time?
6 o'clock. She left me a note saying she wanted some strawberries if I got some. I received them late, about 6. So I took them over to her.
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
Did you see anything unusual in the shop?
No. Well, maybe one thing. There was always a railway guide on the counter. Alice didn't sell them. Maybe it's the customer who left it there.
You were not alarmed?
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
Who do you think killed her?
France. Her scoundrel of a husband. He was always after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Did you see Franz Asher enter the tobacco shop late yesterday afternoon?
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
The plot so far thickens. Can we establish a time range between when she was killed? Yeah, there's not always going to be a game for everybody in these playthroughs, but I figure since I'm doing these that you guys will have fun doing them.
The priority is to question Asher.
Yeah, I want to create something fun
The
for everyone.
priority is to question Asher. Is not in any condition. Is not in any... Mes amis, I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
I've been talking to the neighbours, and...
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah. We must grill this villain Asher before he falls asleep again. This man is in rather a bad state. This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol. Care for a cigarette, monsieur?
What's that? Scented cigarette?
Right. Let us get down to business. You threatened to kill your wife, and now she's dead.
So what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats. We didn't get on all that badly.
So, if things were going so well with your wife, why did you not live with her?
She was the one that left. Nothing to do with me, sir.
Ah, women are flighty creatures. Did she run away with another man?
Flighty? You talk funny. One thing for sure, if my wife was seeing another man, I'd have given her a good beating.
Interesting. And what were you doing yesterday at the end of the afternoon?
I'm purposely giving the wrong
Can't
answers
recall.
because there's an achievement or trophy for getting like nothing but wrong answers. I mean, I know the right answers, guys. I'm just choosing not to just because I figure it'll be, figure I can unlock a trophy for this, and, I'm just basically kind of messing around asking these wrong questions. Plus, this guy is kind of an idiot.
Come on, my friend. Try to remember. It is important.
I'm really sorry, sir, but I don't remember a thing.
I see. But maybe you do remember threatening to kill your wife?
So what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats. We didn't get on all that badly.
Are you often involved in fights?
I don't know what you mean.
The truth is that someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him.
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything. Yesterday afternoon, I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet, naturally.
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. The murderer probably pretended. Let us now try and get... Murderer deliberately...
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check.
One thing is certain.
But he is not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill.
I agree with you.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as...
Indeed.
You are quite... But as for how it... The killer enters the shop. Mrs. Asher turns around to greet a customer. The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him He seizes the opportunity to strike her. He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
See right there, get ego points for acting the same way as Poirot. Ooh, would.
Asher has a strong alibi, and we don't have any other...
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed money. Nobody.
No doubt about it. The murderer is...
And I feel...
I hope you're...
Bien, let's go back to London.
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Ando...
See you soon, then. Are you...
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot, and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do, then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I would go and see.
It's funny, Poirot actually deduces himself like Sherlock Holmes.
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Japp to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more. Ah, some cool air. Let us examine this more closely. Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Yes, this I is weird. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this word. Yes, the A appears to be quite... Yes, the A... Right, let us compare this with... That's right, the A character... I have to find some other similar defects to confirm... Yes, this I is weak. Right, let us come... Yes, the eye characters in the two letters. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. The W. Right. Let us compare this with the other. Of course, the W character. My theory was right. These two letters were written with... Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there.
Indeed.
No doubt about it. Hey. To Scotland Yard, please.
Okay, so we're going to talk to Chief Inspector Japp for a little bit, and then afterwards, guys, I'm going to end the gameplay. I realize that this is probably going to be the more boring of the games that I play, but like I said, I want to put something.
In his career.
I want to put like a mystery game or something fun in there.
Japp is an investigator greatly respected by his peers. Like all hunters, Hastings has always been fascinated by weapons. Alice Asher was murdered in Andover, the ABC killer's first murder. London. I really like this city. One thing is certain, you never get bored here. Japp appears to be snowed under. Japp appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
Murderers often choose the same type of victims. We need to keep an eye on elderly women looking after shops.
I'm going to ask for reinforcements to be sent around small tobacco and newspaper shops looked after by a single person. Let's hope it's enough.
Bien. We should leave you to work, Chief.
You have a few days...
Thank you.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Japp, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot!
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Japp waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
Well, unfortunately, we'll have to get the bad news from Chief Inspector Japp in the next episode. So, hope you guys enjoyed the second episode of of Agatha Christie's ABC Murders. So with that, I'm going to take off, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I hope that you guys will eventually warm up to this series, because like most mystery games, it starts off slow, but it starts to get a little bit more intriguing as it goes on. The only part that'll probably be tough for you guys is the puzzles, because some of these puzzles are a little bit tricky and intricate. So bear with me if some of the episodes are long because I can't figure out a puzzle or I have to consult the walkthrough. So with that, guys, I'm going to stop right here, and I will see you guys in the next episode.